What's up, cool people? Welcome back to another live stream. In case you couldn't tell by the title, the plan for this time around essentially is going to be to finish up Darksiders Genesis. And depending on how quickly that happens, I might need to find something else to do. But, yeah. We'll just take it one step at a time. But before I get too far into doing more stuff in the game, I just figured I should mention I went and got all of the collectibles within the game. At least all the stuff that would appear on this page. So yeah, both characters now have their abyssal armor sets, which is cool. Actually, maybe I should mention that after I start recording, because, yeah. Realizing that might be something I want to clue people in on who don't tune into the live stream but end up watching the individual videos that I make out of these later. But yeah, I did all the things, pretty much. I didn't complete all the quests, per se. I also did not do absolutely everything in the arena. But I got all the collectibles and stuff. So, before I carry on too much further with that, let me actually start recording here. And then we'll get into, you know, the actual good part. After I, you know, explain what I've done. So, here we go. Alright. So, welcome back to more Darksiders Genesis. In between recordings, I've done quite a bit. Unlocked a couple extra spots on the creature core grid because I got the abyssal armor for both War and Strife. In fact, I got everything that can be obtained in this collectible board menu thing. I forget what exactly gave me the silver armor for Strife, but I have both their abyssal armor sets, and honestly, like, that stands out a bit more than the silver armor as being different from the classic anyway. So I figure I'll just have them both with the skins for their abyssal armor. So, admittedly, I did not do absolutely everything that this game has to offer. I have not completed all the quests. I definitely didn't do all the missions on the highest difficulty, because that would be kind of insane. But yeah, I went back through all the levels, and if I was missing anything under the items found category seen on this screen, I went back and got it. So those are all absolutely 100% complete. There might be some side missions in some of these that I didn't quite get to. Also didn't quite do everything in the arena, but I went far enough and did enough to... Yeah, also the point jump there was just ridiculous. But I went far enough to get the necessary 20,000 AP to unlock the last piece of War's abyssal armor. Why does it show all this stuff out of order? I don't know. Also, the gaps, I guess, are things that I've collected that, like, are just straight up... I don't know. Anyway. One of the rewards in there was War's abyssal armor, or a piece of War's abyssal armor. So yeah, got all that. I might be lacking a couple of creature cores. But in terms of collectibles, I have otherwise gotten absolutely everything. Also found my way around the Void, and fought this dude here, who is kind of a recurring character throughout the series. Generally one of the harder battles throughout the series. But yeah, otherwise, I don't think there's too much else to explain before I hop right in here, take this portal to Earth, I believe, and kind of begin the end. So, yeah, I think I'll just kind of get rolling with this now.
What now? Humanity's fate is for the Council to decide. Not us.
We helped Lucifer create this.
Impressive, aren't they?
Speak of the devil.
The life these creatures knew before was meaningless. Whispering stories into the fire, searching the stars for answers to their pathetic existence. I am the answer. See how quickly they adapt? Now that their eyes are open, they feel everything their creator denied them. Fear, hatred, lust. Perhaps now, they will create a third kingdom to be reckoned with.
How far has it spread?
By now, who can say? Will you kill us all? To be sure.
Run, boy. As far from the village as you can.
I was gonna say, that seemed like a really odd choice of a voice for Lucifer. Oh, really? That's it? That's... Hold up now. That's all that we get for going through the final portal and all that? There's no, like, final battle with anybody? I mean, I guess that was Moloch, but there's no, like... I'm sorry, what? Well, this is going to make for a stupidly short video. I apologize. Anyway, so yeah, let me, hold up. Just so I'm not blocking the credits as they roll by. Okay, so like, is this trying to imply in the story of this game that their actions here, I mean, yeah, it's outright stated that, you know, this was Lucifer's plan to, you know, make deals with powerful demons, give them stuff in exchange for their souls once they die, and those souls were going to be used to power, I forget what the thing was called, but power this significant thing, and that basically all of that happening is kind of why things were the way we saw them there. So they went to Earth and they saw that it was all like in trouble like that, clearly. So then what? Like, is that the start of what looks kind of like the end war situation, apocalypse thing going on at the start of the first Darksiders game? Or is this well before that and it's just like, okay, now we've got this crazy situation where, you know, there's all these emotions like fear and hatred and lust, like Lucifer talked about there, that have entered the world, and that really just signals the beginning of the end, so to speak. I gotta say, I really was expecting more there. But, I suppose this gives me ample opportunity to, try and give my thoughts on the game as a whole. Like, honestly, pretty solid. Oh. Sorry, Owl. Didn't notice you there for a sec, because, like, I've got that screen way over here. Anyway, hi. How's it going? Yes, I understand it's a lot different on YouTube. Okay, so I wasn't, like... My peripheral vision isn't that bad. But... I seriously thought there was gonna be, like, some big end fight thing. And you probably missed what the owl... What the end looked like there, Owl. So... I could try and run it back for you some other time in a different stream. Or you can wait like a month if you have the patience till this eventually comes out as a separate YouTube video. Or I guess the stream's going to be archived on YouTube anyway, so you could just go back to that. But yeah, geez, Lou, I really expected more at the end of this game, and that's really my primary complaint about it. Otherwise, the game was solid. I mean, a bit challenging, but not, like, insanely so. The way the combat worked, and, like, the controls and stuff were pretty good. Well, the default controls might not have been ideal, but I remember, you know, messing around with that early on in the playthrough. So, but yeah. Once I figured out a control scheme that was comfortable enough to make that work, it was a solid combat kind of engine, or whatever you want to call that. The story was pretty good. Seemed a bit sketchy that War and Strife would have continued to go along with certain things as long as they did. But otherwise, you know, I'd say it was fairly good, fairly coherent, and, like, made sense. And there's even more to do in this game that I haven't yet done.
War, strife. You have
Okay.
proven your worth as soldiers of the Council. May your will and
So maybe there is a bit
service
more.
continue unwavering for eternity.
Thanks to your efforts, mankind endures, though changed forever by Lucifer's plot.
Culling the aggressive humans you encountered was no doubt a grim task, but necessary. One that may help shape the Third Kingdom. Time will tell.
What humans remain must be watched closely, protected.
Listen thus. With the forging of these 7 seals, a great treaty shall be wrought in the name of the Balance. They who break it shall suffer the Horseman's wrath.
Let our will be manifest within the seals. 3 from the children of heaven. 3 from the dwellers below. And a final seal from our own wisdom.
The Council has spoken.
Okay, that seems to be it then. Apocalyptic difficulty unlocked. Difficulty, blah, 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 yeah, whatever. Yeah, I just kind of had a feeling, Owl, that streamer's community was one that you would jive really well with. Also, out of all the streamers that I follow myself, Empress Chronicle is one that I probably actually enjoy the most. I hopped on it first. Well, I probably followed just because of, like, you know, Twitter connections and whatnot. But also, like, once I hopped into her streams, I kind of stuck around because when I first saw her, she was playing Final Fantasy X, and I was like, ooh, hey, I know this game. But yeah, I don't want to, like, pat myself on the back too much, but yeah, I don't know. It was, I would either call that a god thing or, like, really great instinct to figure that was a good, you know, streamer to raid into last night. But anyway, so, okay, now I'm really trying to make sense of what happened there at the end of the game and how it fits into the broader timeline of this series. I don't need to show the game anymore to think about that. So, at the end, it showed the Charred Council talking with the Horsemen, and it looked like Azrael was there for sure. Or, sorry, not Azrael, Abaddon. It looked like Abaddon was there, and maybe Samael? But in any case, they forged the 7 seals in that moment. Gave some to heaven, some to hell, and one they kept for themselves, I guess. So this has, I mean, it's obviously before anything else happened, but, like, the way that it shifted to Abaddon and Samael almost made it seem like, I don't know, they could have just been representative of heaven and hell in that conversation, but, like, especially the way it looked at Abaddon before yeah, the way that it looked at Abaddon before talking about the seals being made and which way they were going to go, it almost looked like he already possibly had some malicious intent. But I could be wrong on that. In any case, those 7 seals being made, you know, there was that deal about keeping watch over humanity, and, like, only at a certain time would the seals be broken, something to that effect. But then, like, what kicks off the events in the first game is one of the seals gets broken, thus War comes in to Earth feeling that he's been summoned, but then it's like, no, the council says you weren't summoned, what have you done? They blame him for starting the End War, and just, like, all the rest of the stuff within the series goes from there. But anyway, Yeah, so I guess that is really all I have to say regarding the storyline of the game and how that ties in. Real quick, before I continue responding to chat stuff, yeah, on the whole, pretty good game. I've just enjoyed the series in general. I just, again, my main disappointment was that it felt like there should have been more at the end. I mean, that final cutscene at least made some sort of sense of it, but like, it really seemed like there was going to be more fighting and stuff to do. So, I don't know. Still, like, really solid game experience. Not everybody might be into this type of game, but yeah, I'd say it's definitely worth your while if you're even anywhere in the ballpark of interest in anything like this, whether the style of gameplay or the broader storyline or even just like all the biblical tie-ins and references and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I definitely say check it out. Maybe, you know, hopefully it's not like still completely full price to where you're paying like $60 for it. But yeah, definitely go check it out. So yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say in conclusion about Darksiders Genesis. And that is where I will wrap up the recording bit of that. And now I will get more. I will get back to chat comments. So, Yeah, I didn't think Samael was the same as Lucifer, though. I mean, Lucifer, yes, was an angel who rebelled against God and then was cast down from heaven. He's generally the one that we typically think of as Satan nowadays. I didn't think Samael was the same, though. I thought that was just a very high-powered demon, so to speak. Abaddon, on the other hand, is a more direct biblical reference that I'm slightly more familiar with. Abaddon definitely has something to do with Revelation, and like that might even technically be like the name of the beast that's mentioned there, or the Antichrist, or something to that effect. Yeah, it's maybe one of those things with like creative liberties being taken and whatnot that would have certain series combining Samael and Lucifer. But to my knowledge, they're not supposed to be the same. Anyway. Well, now I gotta figure out something else to do. I was expecting there to be more stuff, like another level to play in the game or whatever. I could go back and do more arena stuff, but I really feel like I also need to figure out what I'm gonna do next for a playthrough. Before I get into that, though, I actually want to check myself. So, I'm looking up the biblical reference to Abaddon here, and I'm seeing stuff in Revelation chapter 9. Fifth angel blew his trumpet. Okay, so I forget if the trumpets... I think the trumpets are before the seals. There's 7 trumpets that bring about bad things for the apocalypse. Well, bad things. Bring about various parts of the apocalypse. Then there are seals that are broken that bring out other things. And yeah. So let's see here. So there are locusts basically sent as like a plague upon the earth because of the fifth trumpet being blown. But they had what looked like gold crowns on their heads. Faces looked like human faces. Had hair like women. Teeth like a lion. Wore armor made of iron. Wings roared like... Yeah. These are not your typical locusts. Had tails that stung like scorpions. In 5 months, they had the power to torment people. Their king is the angel from the bottomless pit. His name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in Greek, Apollyon, the destroyer. So that's something they get into in the first Darksiders game, when the whole apocalypse situation there is being dealt with. Unsurprisingly, if you're familiar with your, biblical references and Revelation in particular, you find out that Abaddon ends up being the main villain. But they frame it like they frame it as if he's, like a heavenly angel first, but then he falls into some sort of temptation or otherwise does something that A, pretty much initiates the apocalypse, and B, turns him into the destroyer. But the way it's written here, that definitely does not seem like a heavenly angel. Could be fallen angel type of situation. But anyway. So yeah, I just thought I would get that reference out of the way while I was thinking about it. I am actually also curious now if Yeah, no. Samael does not come up as a biblical reference. Lucifer should. Yeah. But, like, only just. There's actually only, like, one or depending on the translation, there's only, like, 1 or 2 references in the Bible of any being named Lucifer. But I digress. Enough about that. So. Okay, is something going on with chat here? I guess somehow I got disconnected from the chats and then reconnected. Okay, whatever. I was not leaving stuff in that chat. Anyway. Alright, so I need to figure out how I'm going to decide what game to play next. I could just do a game that I've already done elsewhere, but I don't know if I really want to do that so much. Okay. Yeah, so I guess YouTube chat is just being slightly wonky right now. If it works out better, I don't know, like whenever I do these streams on YouTube, I'm also simultaneously doing them on Kick. And next Wednesday I might also try adding a third spot to the mix, or a third site platform thing, because right now as I transition away from Twitch, like YouTube and Kick are what I've already done, but I think I might want to try adding another platform just to see if I can get that working as well. I've already been uploading videos, starting with my Darksiders Genesis playthrough, onto a site called Rumble. So that might be something to look into, because that can do live streaming as well. But I don't know. Next time I do a Wednesday stream, I'll be maybe testing some of that stuff out. But for now, okay. So here's where I think I really start embracing a bit of the randomness within my namesake. So, I'm gonna go into my games here on my Xbox. I am going to sort them alphabetically, or at least by letter. I don't know if they're completely alphabetically. Kind of seems like it, though. And do I have options from every letter of the alphabet? We got A, B, C, D, E, H, I, R, S, T, U. No, there's no U in there. Okay. But there is a Q. I have a game that starts with Q, but not one that starts with U. One. Oh, man. That's weird. Okay. So here's how I'm thinking I will determine the next game that I play. I will, let's see here. Just so there's proof out there. I'm going to pull up random.org. The Q game. Let me scroll back down to it. The Q game is called Quantum Conundrum. It was apparently an Xbox 360 release initially. It's just one of those random ones I've gotten with Xbox Live Gold, basically. And, yeah. So, what I'm thinking I will do is that I will generate a random number from 1 to 25, since I have no games starting with U, and just whichever number it lands on, that's the letter of the alphabet that I'll select from. And then however many games are in there, I'll do another randomization and figure out, you know, whatever game it happens to pick like that. I'll just go with that game. I would like to create 2 tabs of random.org, though. Although, because I'm going to have to set that up again even after I generate the first result, so maybe that's not so necessary. Oh, H, I could do a whole bunch of stuff. Like, if I really wanted to, and it picks that, I could do, like, the entire, well, other than Infinite, I could do all the main entries of the Halo series. But, I want there to be recorded proof of the randomness that goes into this. So, let me bring up the scene here. And that's completely blocking what I'm trying to do. There we go. And just to be extra sure, I will start recording so that there's documented evidence of this. So, here we go. In trying to decide my next game, I am going to be randomizing some things. Yeah, I still don't get why my game library doesn't have anything starting with the letter U, but it doesn't. It's got all the other letters of the alphabet, though. So, I'm going to generate a random number between 1 and 25. And I will go with that letter. 15. Okay, what letter's that? A, B, C, D, E, F. Hold up. Might as well just start from the top here. A, B, C, D. Why did it skip there? I don't know. E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay, so J is 10th. Right? I've already lost track. Trying to multitask this is not working out very well. But yeah, J should be 10th. Okay, so 11 is K, 12 is L, 13 is M, 14 is N, 15 is O. Yeah, J, K, L, M, N, O. Okay. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 game options here. Overcooked is usually more of a multiplayer experience. I don't know how I feel about that selection if it comes to that. Also, oh yeah, tell you what, let me show y'all my Xbox screen now. So this is what I have out of the letter O. I do want to check these games just to see about their ESRB ratings. I'm trying to kind of shy away from any M-rated games. Local co-op multiplayer. That I don't know if that's really the way to go either. I was going to try and just randomize which one out of these 6 games I would play, but there are some that I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. This one's a maybe. Seems at least slightly more story experience based. No clue what this one is. Mild violence, self-challenges, entertain visiting aliens. Tycoon games. No. I'm sorry. Like, if I'm going to actually make videos on a game like that, it's going to at most be a review. I'm not going to try and do a playthrough of a Tycoon game. I personally, the vast majority of Tycoon games, I just do not have the patience to go through them all the way. Overcooked, again, is generally more of a multiplayer kind of game, and it's very, like, quick fire. Overlord, rated teen. And this is actually Overlord 2. Which would leave me wondering what's up with the first Overlord game. Override Mech City Brawl. Control gigantic robots and duke it out in this 3D mech brawler. So is this like... There is a single player campaign. This seems more like maybe a fighting game. So, basically, out of all the stuff that I've seen here, Overlord would be a weird choice because of not having the first game available, since this is Overlord 2. Overcooked and Out of Space seem like they're geared more towards multiplayer than single player. This Outpost Kaloki X, or however that's pronounced, seems more like a Tycoon type game, and I just can't stand playing those for very long most of the time. So that pretty much leaves Orcs Must Die or Override Mech City. Okay. So, with that being said, tell you what, rather than doing a random number generator, since it's just between two choices, I'm going to pull up a randomizer app on my phone to do a coin flip for me. Alright? Let me clear the previous results just so that's not, like, affecting anything. Alright. So y'all see, this is the coin flip app that I'm pulling up on my phone. Heads is going to be Orcs Must Die. Tails will be Override Mech City. Whatever it lands on, that's the next game I'm going to play through. For YouTube content, specifically. So we're clear. So here we go. Boom. Tails it is. Override Mech City is the next game. Okay. Now that that's established, I guess, you know, future videos will be playing through that game. Alright, recording is done now. I will make that into a video later. So frustrating to find. It takes a while for me to find one. Yeah, I don't know. There were other reasons why I had this randomizer app as well. And I think some of them had to do with, like, my former job before working at Walmart, like I am now. I worked at a boarding school with, you know, mostly middle school students, middle school boys, to be even more specific. And sometimes it was just like, okay, we're trying to choose a certain student to do a certain thing, or, you know, just go between a few options on something. Holy, like, it even, my latest thing for the choices here are flashing back to that. And I'm not going to show it because, you know, I don't want to give away any of the students' names and get them found out or whatever. But, yeah. It might have even been something as simple as, alright, who's going to be the first one to seek in a game of hide and seek today? Or any simple little thing like that. It's like, alright, let's put some names of who all is participating into the randomizer and then let it do its thing. Okay, then. So now, this is another area where streaming to YouTube and such gets a little bit awkward. Because if I'm shifting to a different game partway through, it's, I mean, I guess I can still go into, but like if I suddenly change the name of the stream title, that's going to be weird. Whatever. Alright, whatever. But then also, like, if I change the stream information partway through on YouTube, the archive isn't gonna, like, separate any of that. So, as much as I want to kind of dive right into that game next, I am not sure that that's a great idea at the moment. Just because it would cause all sorts of confusion with the archived stream. What I can do instead is go back into Darksiders Genesis. And because I spent that long outside of it, it's being weird. I suppose I can just try and grind my way through the rest of the arena then. Maybe some other stream, you know, then I'll move on to that Mech City fighting game thing. Which, somehow I get a feeling that won't actually last very long. Oh, jeez. Stream just dropped, like, all sorts of frame stuff there. Okay, maybe we're getting a little better. Quality's still in the red for some reason. Yeah, I know YouTube's not receiving enough video. But, like, that's not my fault. What is the problem? Dropping all kinds of crazy frames now. This is not good. What is the problem? I do not like this. Stop dropping frames. Okay, shoot, maybe that's my cue to take the other approach and just real quick end this stream and then hop right back into another stream where I actually get started with that other game. Apologies for awkwardness with all that happening. Okay, wait. It has calmed down now. No longer dropping more frames. So... Alright, fine. I'll stick with Darksiders Genesis a bit longer, I guess. Alrighty. To the arena. We'll see if I can, you know, manage to get through the rest of these levels. I don't know. I'm just curious now. So anyway, that also means since I'm not actually playing another random game in the stream, maybe that was what triggered all the frame drops. Like, straight up changing the stream information. Because, you know, OBS already has the idea of, oh, you're doing a stream that has this title, but now you're changing the information? I don't know. Maybe that causes OBS to get a bit wonky. I don't know. There's a lot of things that can potentially go wrong with a stream that I just have no clue about why it does any of it. Okay. Well, now that OBS has gotten its stuff back together, I'm gonna try wrapping up the arena just for sheer curiosity's sake. That'll also keep the stream theme more consistent, and, you know, then I won't have to do the awkward, like, oh, hey, I'm streaming. No, I'm not streaming. Now I am streaming. Al, you might have actually seen me doing this round of the arena last time. But it, like, froze at the end for some reason, and it never counted my completion of this segment or whatever. Come on. Let me do the hot streak stuff. I will say one thing that's kind of nice about the executions is that if you do them near another enemy, that enemy can get damaged by the execution that you're doing on a different enemy. Alright, let's mix things up here, change some tactics ever so slightly. Also builds up Strife's hot streak pretty quickly, doing executions. Maybe not quite as quick on the whole as just, you know, fighting the dudes otherwise would. But it gives you like a quarter of the meter for each execution. Yeah. And the game crashing at the end was part of the reason that I ended the stream when I did. And then sent that raid over to Empress Chronicle. Ow. Okay. Hot streak is done. I'm just gonna try and do some other little things here and there because I don't want to use his, like, big form yet. Did that not do any damage to either of them? That's kind of stupid if that's the case. Okay, there's one down. There's the other one down. Yeah, and I distinctly remember the game crashing last time because, like, right as the final wave was getting started, I changed into this form. And it was like it was too much for the game to handle. I gotta say, Endless Mode ought to be really interesting, because generally speaking, I've been able to do, you know, most of these stages of the arena with just one of the two characters. if it now gets to a point where, like, it's difficult enough to require use of both characters, but, like, the way it works usually is that, you know, there's, you know, if one character's out for a little while, they still get a chance to kind of revive while you're using the other character. And so, like, yeah, there's all kinds of ways that could just go on for a really long time if you're good enough. Ouch. Good grief, that did way more damage than I expected. How did that hit me? Whatever, execution on you. Goodbye. Okay, I'm gonna just use up all of Strife's Wrath real quick on, you know, this kind of stuff that should kind of maybe get me more health. And then on top of all that, I am now going to... that was not actually what I wanted to do, but sure, that'll work. Oh, I'm like, what enemy is left here? That one. The friggin' archer that's always annoying. Wave 9. Okay, I'm gonna switch to war. Ouch. Ow. Yeah, War is a lot more tanky than Strife. Which makes sense, because, like, you kind of have to do close combat with War. Whereas that's not so necessary with Strife. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, you know what? Let me get some stone skin going here. Reduce my damage for a little while. Or reduce the damage I take for a little while, is what I mean. Oh, hey, there we go.
Finished.
There should be 10 waves. I'm pretty sure every... Oh, hello, Greener. Shadow clone. Spawns an additional clone, each dealing 40% less damage. Blade Geyser. Heals War for 20. Oh, jeez! Man, if I could max out that creature core, that would lead to some interesting possibilities. Oh, 2 big dudes now. Fine. Anyway, yeah, each stage, or whatever you want to call it, in the arena has 10 waves. Right up until you get to endless mode. And I'm sure, as the name implies, that just keeps going and going and going until you're dead. Okay, Strife looks to be sufficiently healed. I'm going back to Strife now. Friggin' stupid skeletal archer. Goodbye. And good riddance. Do not like those enemies. Ouch.
Feast on their foes! Fresh meat for the hounds!
Ow. I still don't know why some of those dashes end up sending me really, really far. But whatever. Not really a problem. Just an observation and associated question. There we go. Goodbye. Okay then. Enter the void. Yeah. Only got 12,000 AP for that. As opposed to the 21,000+ I got from the previous round. I don't know. So that was tier 17. I think there are 20 in total. Plus endless mode. But yeah, I will also confess, Owl, probably from a streamer side, the main downgrade in doing a stream somewhere besides Twitch is that none of the other platforms, at least as of yet, to my knowledge, have a raid functionality. So, like, I would no longer be able to, you know, do raids that A, support my fellow streamers, and B, introduce my viewers to new, generally similar-minded streamers that I figure they would also enjoy. So why in the world do I have so many extra boatman coins? Is there stuff in the higher difficulties that is only available in the higher difficulties? That really kind of makes me wonder. Oh, there's only one creature core pack of each type? Well, then in that case...
Many great
No,
things
okay.
for so few souls.
Oh, maybe it's just if I've maxed out all the creature cores of the associated type, then that would make some sense.
Kill plenty, we both profit.
Real quick, that does kind of make me wonder if, is that under the game settings, maybe? No. Trying to figure out where I... Oh, wait. Duh. If I go in here and change the difficulty... Yeah, there's 3 other layers of difficulty to this. That is quite true, Owl, and that is probably what I will attempt to do. Yeah, in terms of putting links in the chat or whatever, that's probably how I would go about it. Because leaving them on a Discord server... I mean, while that's not a terrible idea, it's also just there permanently. Also, I still have to make a Discord server for that to work. Because I don't assume that I'm going to, you know, make Discord friends with every single viewer that comes in. So if I change it to hard, is there more stuff that appears in the missions? No. Is there anything more in the shop that becomes available by changing difficulties? Because otherwise, I really wonder what the point is of having these 68 extra boatman coins. There's literally nothing else on which I can use them.
Just a few more souls.
Or maybe some of that stuff is locked behind finishing the arena. That would make some sense. So, with that in mind, I guess I'll continue on in the arena. Forces of nature. Okay, so I would expect some, maybe some of the storm-based enemies in this one.
Jam!
Too bad once you get a hot streak rolling for Strife, like, you can't keep it going for longer by getting executions or doing other stuff like that.
Into the dirt.
Yeah, I would think super long-term plan, especially if I wanted to make a living off of, you know, content creation and live streaming and doing all that stuff. There's a bunch of stuff that I would want to leave exclusive to something like a Discord server, though. Like, probably have some live streams be private to where only people with the link could actually tune in. Kind of have that as an incentive to support the channel. Perhaps additionally have other, maybe even early access to videos. And of course, you know, supporter shoutouts and whatnot. And then of course, if I made a Discord channel, there's, you know, possibly different mod levels to utilize as incentives. Hold up. I played much of Digimon Survive off camera. I gave it a break. I'm playing. I have not actually wound up playing any more Digimon Survive off camera because I've been so focused on, like, trying to wrap up this game and do all the stuff, or at least most of the stuff within it. I guess follow-up question I would have for you, Owl, would be, is Digimon World Next Order, is that available for a system that I have? Which, granted, pretty much means I'm asking, is it available on Xbox One? Whether, you know, disc or download. Because if it's not available on Xbox One, that significantly limits my ability. I mean, technically, I could try and play, like, any PC version of it that might exist. Ouch. Okay, I think I'm gonna swap out for war. Ooh, execution on the big scarab thing. Yes, please. Have it on PS4 and Switch. Yeah, I figure if it's multi-platform like that, then probably would also be available on Xbox. I don't know of any games that are available on Nintendo and PlayStation consoles that are not available on Xbox. That probably wasn't a great idea. Execution! As it is, I have such a massive library of games to try and get through, although there are certain kinds that I'm not sure fit my style per se, and they're ones that I wouldn't necessarily want to, you know, like, make videos out of, other than maybe just do general game reviews of them.
Face judgment!
That just reminds me, there was a game that I had thought about playing for a bit because somebody asked me to, but then I started getting back into it and I was like, I don't think I want to make content out of this. The game in question was Outlast. You know, the big scary game that, like, puts you in basically an insane asylum, and you know, you find out they're doing all sorts of experiments and stuff. You gotta, you know, run away from the big, bulky, scary, fleshy dude. I say fleshy dude as if he's not human. He looks human-ish, but, like, also, like, there's something wrong with him. But yeah, like, I never even did so much as a review of that game, even though I decided I was not going to play it on my channel. Just looked. No Xbox. I guess that's one of those games they figured didn't really fit the target Xbox audience. I don't know. I still find it kind of weird, the assumption that, like, only certain types of players prefer Xbox, or only certain types prefer PlayStation, or anything like that. It just... If people would get out of that mentality, there would be, you know, more high-quality games available of all different kinds on, you know, all the major systems and whatnot. Okay, that wave's done. We got a couple of scarab guys to start things off here. Lovely. And one of them is poisonous. Do not get in the poison circle.
You are ending.
No, that's why it was showing the B prompt. Come on. Ouch. Doggone it. Ow. Apparently it came out on PS Vita first. First heard of it for PS4. Had to get it on Switch. Okay. Ooh, execution. There we go.
Disgusting.
There goes one scarab. And now there's just the poisonous one. You know what? I'm gonna switch to Strife for that. 'Cause range. Final wave. I'm not sure why I wound up just focusing on that dude. Oh, hello. That was different.
I call upon the elements.
Okay. Transforming. Here we go. Alright, you know what? Explosions! Woof, jeez. Okay, hang on. And now back to war. Ouch. You know what? I could just spam this like crazy, deal crap tons of damage, and there we go. That's round 8, or yeah, whatever. Stage 18 complete. Any other stuff that I got in there? Doesn't look like it. And again, only like 12,000. How are you supposed to get significantly higher AP scores in the arena? Again, maybe that's an endless mode kind of thing. In fact, I could definitely see it being where they start off endless mode with like round 1 here and pretty much go through all the rounds and only then start making it even harder than that. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. I like that part of Digimon Survive, Gigimon and him taking care of me. Well, I mean, I like Gigimon for sure. Depending on what taking care of the other Digimon would have looked like, guides and helps the kids through the course of the game. But yeah. definitely don't want to, you know, suddenly be playing a game that is daycare simulator. But aside from that, and I don't think that's what you mean, aside from that, I'd probably be down for it, so to speak. Okay. I don't want to start the next thing in the arena, because I feel a sneeze coming on. But of course, once I mention it, it kind of fades away. So there was a meeting about... oh. That was like a leaders meeting for the student camp stuff. I don't need to watch that, because with my work schedule, I will not be helping out in that way. Okay. Watch, now I'm going to start the next round of the arena, and then the sneeze is going to come back and hit me. Really? You gonna hit me with that kind of crap right off the bat? Alright, well, the game just gave me incentive to use more of my Wrath abilities early on. Kind of had a bad habit of waiting until, you know, I get either desperate or frustrated to start utilizing those. That is a long freaking charge up time for that arrow. Ouch. Good golly. And they already did enough damage to force me to use a potion. I don't think I've even used any potions in the arena before this point. That's really kind of annoying. And all because they spammed a bunch of freaking angel archers. Again, it's the archers. Alright. Guess I'll bring in war.
You are ended.
Ow. Okay, don't be close to that. Gotcha. Grief. These enemies I'm fighting are like pretty much tanks in their own right. Okay, execution.
You made a mistake.
Ow. Double ow. There we go. Execution on that one. Finally. Gonna give War a chance to heal up again. That angel took way less effort to kill than the other ones in that round that made me use a potion. Good grief. But, like, you get a bunch of them together, and they just deal crap tons of damage. What is it with this?
You have stabbed us all!
Did that use another potion? I think that used another potion, but that would mean I somehow gained another one in amongst all that fighting. Which, granted, isn't, like, totally unheard of.
That's right!
I don't recognize these big guys here that I'm fighting in this round. Just get rid of the angel archer thing. Coral. Although it seems to more so be the fire ones that actually deal a lot of damage.
Don't got time for magic tricks.
Execution.
Nothing
Goodbye.
magic like this. This is the end!
Goodbye to you. Probably should have just gone on the hot streak instead of doing that execution there. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Execution on that one.
This is
Goodbye.
my jam. It is totally dark.
No. Be gone. Oh, there's two of those dudes. Okay, that's fun. And I, of course, mean that as sarcastically as possible. But hey, at least generally speaking, these dudes aren't just shooting arrows at me constantly.
Say hi to the creator for me.
Okay. Wave 8. Also, these angel archers take obsessively long to charge their shots.
It is totally dark.
Ow. potion on this one. Yes, please. Okay. Now that it's just this dude remaining, I could probably handle myself. You know, without losing much, if any, more health. Execution. Goodbye. Was that supposed to be him blasting the guy's head off? And somehow picked up another potion in the mix that I wasn't even... Like, I didn't even know that I picked up. Okay. Freaking suicidal enemies. Whatever. Final wave. Okay, so there's one of these dudes. I've fought them before, so that's not a really big deal in and of itself. Oh, plus a couple of Nephilim Vindicators. Fiery Angel Archer dude. Alrighty. Big time. Yeah, this definitely wears out, it definitely wears out that form quicker. Okay. This guy's dead. And you know what, just to end this a bit quicker, bring War back into the mix, have him use some of his Wrath abilities. No, thank you.
Your end, brothers. Mother, forgive me. A small retribution.
Ouch.
Die, traitors!
Alright, switching back to Strife. Because, fighting this one at range, I feel like, is a bit better overall. As I proceed to then fight it up close for a bit. Anyway, how blood-free some games get amusing. Just find it funny how a character can slice another character. Yeah. And that's not just a video game thing. That's, you know, like in anime and stuff too. Like, I know Dragon Ball Z was kind of notorious for changing things like that between, you know, the initial Japanese version and whenever they played it on, like, Cartoon Network. A lot of the times when they would take a big blow and actually originally spit blood or something like that, or cough up blood or whatever, they changed it to just, like, you know, regular saliva in, you know, the Cartoon Network version. Okay, Tier 19 in the arena is done. Only one left to go before Endless Mode. And it's not even that late for a Thursday stream. Shoot, some days I haven't even started to stream until this time on a Thursday. But, okay, so I'm waiting to spend more souls just to see if completing the last part of the arena unlocks more items in the shop for me or anything like that. Really, recommended power is 1500 for that? Why though? It's endless. It shouldn't really matter. Star Wars 2, the amount of deaths. Yeah. And then it's even funnier when you get into, like, Lego Star Wars and some of the stuff where it's like, oh, hey, this person was clearly drinking alcohol or something like that in the movie. Lego Star Wars is like, no, they're eating ice cream. Actually, I just realized there was something in my stream settings that I'm not entirely sure that I have enabled. That's not where I go to change it, though. No? Okay. I thought there might have been some setting with, like, live chat replay once it gets archived. What the? Friendly fire? Like, the shaman dude shot those fireball things out, and the other demon that was in front of me got hit by them. So, oh my gosh. This dude. Lego DC Supervillains was pretty funny for Lego. Yeah. But as odd as it sounds, like, some of the censorship and stuff like that, I think is actually part of the appeal of the Lego games that do that, because, like, it gives a almost like parody kind of vibe to it. Also, of course, it's then, you know, even more family friendly, which is part of the reason some of the Lego games sell so many copies. Oh, hello. Got ourselves a big old Legion bolt spitter over here. Along with other pseudo boss enemies. Maybe not pseudo boss, but like mini bosses almost.
I'll shoot you full of balls. To battle.
It is taking a lot of effort to get rid of these guys.
Into the dirt.
Especially the bolt spitter over here, like good gravy.
Sit still. I'm trying to shoot you.
How about no? You think I'm just gonna let you shoot me and be totally fine with that? Nah, bruh. There we go. There's the execution on him, finally. Sorry, not really a DC fan. Just like Harley Quinn and Joker in the 2016 Suicide Squad movie. Yeah, cinematic universe in particular Marvel has, for the most part, done a better job with all that. Although lately, it's kind of come into question a bit. There's like a lot of their more recent entries, and I haven't even watched them, so I can't attest to this for sure one way or the other. But what I've heard from a lot of people is that they think a lot of the more recent Marvel movies either get too dark in tone or they're too lighthearted when they should be more serious. Because I like Lego figures so much, yeah. Yeah, even just someone who likes Legos has a reason to want to play the, you know, Lego whatever games. You know, Lego Star Wars. I know there's Lego Indiana Jones as well. Lego Harry Potter? Question mark? I gotta imagine that's a thing. Like the new Saga, there's some interesting stories and more. Hello. Oh. It's Mr. Steamroller Dude. That has a major British accent for some reason.
Catch, horseman! Destroy it all!
Oh geez, I ran out of the beam shot.
You can't escape me!
Who says I'm trying to escape you?
Crush! Crush! Crush!
Ouch. Okay, that maybe I should have tried a little harder to escape from. No, don't go towards him.
You're dust beneath my roller!
How did he end up way over there? Ouch.
Dust beneath my roller!
Okay, come on.
Crush! Crush! Crush!
Oh, there we go. I'm like, he's got to be close to where I can get an execution on him.
That's right.
I have the Lego Harry Potter games on Switch. There's 2. First game's year 1 to 4, second's year 5 to 7. Okay. Made year 7 part. Okay. Dang, that was a short wave by comparison. Oh, geez. All sorts of shaman dudes all over the place. Or, no, maybe not. Maybe just because the first 2 were shaman, I was thinking the others that spawned in were also going to be shaman. Okay, tell you what. Oh, hello. Considering the photos of minifigures. Alright. Ow. Ouch. Okay, time to swap. War has arrived.
You are judged. I'll take your head.
Okay.
Another trophy.
Ow.
I give my life to the battle.
Going AFK for about 10 minutes. Have to. Okay, no problem. I'm pretty sure I'll be here at least that much longer. Ow. There we go. Execution time. Major Corps, Legion Shield Bearer. Wave 9 start. Oh, this ought to be real fun using war against a bunch of bomb-throwing dudes.
Destroy it all.
Of course, if I deal enough damage to get them all to where they can be executed,
Judgment.
then it's not such a big problem. Okay. Only one only one wave left. Oh, hello.
There is no escape.
So we've got a bolt spitter, a roller dude, and the shield dude. And other minor enemies around as well. Great.
Shoot you full of holes.
Ouch.
You can't escape me. I'll flatten you.
Okay, execution on that dude.
There is no escape.
Ouch. Ouch. Okay. It might be about time to switch Strife in here.
Sit still. I'm trying to shoot you.
I know you're trying to shoot me. That's why I'm not sitting still. This is going surprisingly well now that I've swapped Strife in. Ooh, execution on the shield bearer. Hooray!
Sit still. I'm trying to shoot you. I'll shoot you full of holes.
Execution on the bolt spitter. Kablam. And now it's just Roller Bob over here. Nope.
You can't escape me!
And execution on this guy. Okay. Yeah, that was going to be way harder with war. Major Corps, Legion Siege Master. That's the Roller Bob dude. I don't think getting more health within the arena actually matters that much. Major Corps Legion Bolt Spitter. Also maxed out already. Okay. Enter the Void. Well, 16,000. That's closer to my highest score so far. But still not there yet. Okay. No announcement that anything else has been unlocked. Which is a bit disappointing. But oh well.
What you want, I strive to provide.
So it just kind of leaves me wondering,
Yes, let's deal.
what up with all the boatman's coins? I'm just gonna get every, well, if I can, I think I'm just gonna get every single one of these creature packs
So many
and leave it at that
souls,
for now.
so few wares. Coins are everywhere. Keep your eyes up.
Real quick, just gonna make absolutely sure I'm not missing anything from Dees. Oh, right. Duh. Gotta... There we go.
You're back.
I mean, it didn't say that there was anything new, so I wouldn't think so. No. Okay.
I'm always down to deal.
Alright. Tell you what, let me, give myself a little break from sitting down real quick here. Ugh. I don't think I can even tilt the camera up far enough to have it, you know, show my face when I do that. Oh, man. Yeah. This is probably about the best I can get. Huh. But yeah, okay, so I've done all the different stages in the arena, which just leaves endless mode. Doesn't even give a creature list for me, okay. Does that mean... Is that just because it has all the creatures, potentially? Or does that mean it's, like, randomly generated? I don't know. Oh, man. Sorry, really needed to kind of get up for a little bit. Between last night's stream and other stuff that I've been sitting for this morning... And just, yeah. I've been sitting a lot. Anyway, is there anything Like, are there any obvious improvements I can make to my creature core grid here? That's only a level 2 core, but it's got to be a Wrath type. The Construct Champion is level 3. Synergy. Oh, yeah. Sure, you know what? Why not? Let's give that a shot. Also, this is only level 2. We've got the Jailer that killing an enemy boosts attack power by 24% for 6 seconds. That's kind of nice. The Lava Trail isn't that big a deal. Although I'm sure it has caused plenty of damage over the long haul. Let's see here. Level 3 Wraith in that spot. That's only level 2. Do I have another health type that's level 3? No. And that only needs to be level 2. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. I'm mostly just checking to see if, you know, the creature cores that I have in these different spots are, like, in line with the maximum levels of the slots that they're in. And this one is not. So can I find at least a level 2 health type? Yes. Tidehunter Shaman. Oh, that's a good thing to have. Building Chaos form and Anarchy form 5% faster. Oh, but the synergy stuff. Heal both horsemen for 20% of their max health. Oh, that's when War swaps in. Strife increases damage. The Scarab Hulk also just increases health in general. I think I'm going to go with the Tidehunter Shaman. Regular Tidehunter is level 2. Ghoul is level 3. 3. Only level 1. That could be a level 2 there. And I think that's... Oh, that's a wild type. So I could put, like, anything in there. +5, +5. +5 for both of those. +5 for that. Increased health might be nice. I figure I'm just gonna stand up now while sorting through the you know, creature core grid here, figuring out what I want to do with that. And then I'll sit back down to try out Endless Mode. So this is a level 3 slot. I don't think I have any level... yes, I do. Increased power with 50. Creates a blast on impact. Okay, that's for Rampage. And World Ender becomes 100% wider. That's interesting. That's +15. None of the others give +15. So, let's give that a shot. That's a level 1 slot. Level 2, level 3. Okay. I think I'm operating at maximum levels for all of the different slots now. Okay then. Time to sit myself back down here. And then we'll dive on into Endless Mode. This will be interesting to see. What the heck? Some weirdo, like, stick drift going on there? No, it's not drift. It's just... I don't know. Anyway. Alrighty. Endless mode. What more rewards can I even possibly get? Souls, creature cores, and boatman's coins. That's probably going to be it, really. Also, the maximum AP expected is 65,000. So it would seem. Because I've collected all of these. And I'm not even at the recommended power level, somehow. But no matter. I will give it a try anyway. Starting off with a 3 times multiplier. Perhaps as we progress through the waves, that multiplier will increase.
I love it.
Okay. I would expect wave 1 to be quite easy.
Almost had.
No, it's endless, but there must be some aspect of checkout point to tally up what you... Well, yeah, the assumed end of it is you die. But I would also figure in some way, shape, or form that, like I would figure, you know, the difficulty is going to go up as you go along. Like, I would kind of expect the multiplier to also increase.
Surprise!
Yeah, no, I don't think it's actually truly endless. Eventually there's gonna be something built in to this to the point where it's like there's no way you're actually gonna be able to survive whatever's going on. Yeah, real quick, for funsies. Because I think one of the creature cores I equipped was supposed to make that wider. Ow. And I just realized I have Anarchy form all ready to go. I will probably get that going in this wave. Okay. Execution on the big dude. Execution on this dude. How the... What even hit me there? I am confused. Oh well. And there we go. End wave 5. Stormcaller. Okay. Major Core, Nephilim Vindicator. So many executions in the middle here.
Hardly worth the ammo.
Seems like the general trend is, you know, at least start off a wave with a bunch of weaker enemies. And then if we're bringing big guys in, bring them in slightly later on in the wave.
Boom, boom, sucker. This is my jam.
And I almost have Anarchy form available again. Alright. But I'll probably just kill off whatever's left of my hot streak first to start off this wave. Good grief. This is kind of a crazy number of enemies. Did that seriously? Wow. Okay, that wiped out like everything in that wave. Except for that one enemy. Oh, hey, the multiplier's up higher. And executions galore available right now.
That's all? Nothing magic like this.
I do figure at the very least this has to go on for more than 10 waves. Because obviously if it was only, or sorry, 10, yeah, waves. There's no way you could call it endless if it was only 10 waves. So that might be when things really start getting interesting. Also, if at wave 11 the multiplier goes up to 3.5, I think I have figured out the pattern to that. Hello. Okay, this guy can be executed. Ow.
There is no escape.
Maybe I should be using this thing more often. I don't know. Ah, there we go. Execution on the big dude. Alright, and that just leaves this enemy. And That no longer leaves that enemy. Okay, yep. Multiplier's at 3.5, so it seems like every 5 waves, they're gonna increase that multiplier by a quarter of a point.
That's all?
Oh yeah, major heals going on. Anarchy form. Even just turning into it killed a bunch of enemies for me there. Oh, geez. I'm starting to think Anarchy form was kind of wasted on that wave. Also, I really gotta hope that this thing doesn't, like, freeze the game partway through. That would absolutely stink at this juncture. Would stink even more if I got further into endless mode, and then it froze. Goodbye. Okay. That was the last enemy of that wave. It's just so many enemies in some of these waves, but, I mean, that is part of the point. You know. Probably trying to provide a variety of challenges as well. The challenge sometimes being, okay, here's a boatload of enemies, how are you gonna handle it? And sometimes the challenge being, okay, here's a few stronger enemies. Come on. These fireballs that they shoot at me are so annoying. Oh, of course. Where did I get the hot streak? Oh, I'm not even thinking like wave 20 or 30. I'm thinking like, oh, I get to wave 50 and it freezes. If there is such a thing. Which I would kind of imagine like wave 50 wouldn't be that absurd an idea. No, I meant to do the other thing. Good grief! How in the... How do they deal that much damage to me that quickly? I guess, you know, I guess the game kind of lets them, you know, combo off of each other. And that's really probably where it would get to, you know, ridiculous spots later on. Because suddenly it's like, okay, you get hit by one, you're dead.
Into the dirt.
Oh, you had a potion? Guess what? You get hit by another one, you're dead. Just because of all the comboing. Okay. 1 execution. 2 execution. And I'm just going to use up the hot streak first, before then doing the execution on this one. So, like, I'm pretty sure it used a potion, but I still have 6 potions. So it's like there was immediately another one there. Yeah, I'm gonna be using that World Ender ability a whole lot more. Because, like, I continue to find myself, you know, wanting to veer off to one side as I'm avoiding the enemies. So then it just kind of makes sense that while I'm there, I point myself back into the middle and just, you know, blast away. Alright, wave 18. I'm gonna wait a little bit to make sure that, you know, the majority of the enemies have spawned in before then switching into Anarchy form. Anyone else? Freaking Archer. It's always the archers.
That's right.
Ow. Okay. And wave 20. I'm sure that they're gonna make this one extra fun since, you know, it's a multiple of 10. Nope. That's what I want. There we go. Okay. One dude down. One big dude down, to be more specific. Ouch. Ow, jeez. I really wish Strife wasn't such a glass cannon sometimes. And really, that was just ridiculous, stupid timing. Like the moment I landed from using one of my abilities there, this dude with his freaking, you know, spear and shield comes charging at me, and yeah. You gotta die at some point here, dude. There we go. Execution. Okay. Wave 20 complete. And I have net lost 1 potion. But that's about it. There we go. do have to imagine, unlike the other things in the arena, that there's no, like, completion bonus for this. Because there's no way you should be able to actually complete it, per se, you know? Unless it just takes, like, you know, unless there's some base completion score and it just gets increased by the multiplier for that level or something. I don't know. I could also kind of see that happening. Alright, wave 23 complete. Also, for the most part, these waves with a lot of little enemies don't end up being too bad, because it's like, yeah, sure, you might get hit here and there, but they also end up giving you, you know, a whole bunch more health and ammo and basically any of the stuff that you would want to keep you going. Okay. Seems to just leave the Houndmaster. Pretty sure that's the Houndmaster. Especially based on the words that I've been hearing.
Feast, my hounds! Feast!
Oh, yeah.
Almost had me.
Okay. Wave 25 complete. We should now go up to a 4.25 times multiplier. Yeah.
I love it. Damn you, Steve. Hardly worth the ammo. I love it.
I have so underrated that World Ender ability up until this point. Execution. 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 Everybody gets executions. Okay, maybe not everybody. Just until I got the hot streak. Wave 29. Do I use Anarchy form now? I kind of want to. Because like, kind of, why not? And again, just turning into it killed so many enemies right there. Okay, my main goal in Endless Mode is to at least get a higher score than I've recorded in any of the previous stages or whatever of the arena. Which, I mean, I'm at 17,000. I need like 4,000 more roughly to hit that goal. Ouch. Let's see here. What all kinds of enemies do we have left? It seems like we might have a Stormcaller. We've got the Grinner, I think it's called. We've got a Houndmaster. Ouch! And there was more. Come on, man. Doggone it. Oh, but I'm at 6 potions. So, what the... I was like, oh man, it made me use up a potion against these guys, but then I'm at 6 potions. So like the fact that these enemies are even dropping potions just further increases the capability for this to be long. Still not truly endless, I'd imagine, but very long. Okay. Wave 32. Also, I'm at 20,000 AP. Well, 20,600, 700. When there's a lot of little enemies, it goes up kind of quick. Liking this YouTube setup. Isn't much different than Twitch streams. I don't watch your interactions and rewards. Yeah, I figured that was what you meant. Like, me doing the whole, I forget what exactly it was called, but the chicken thing in Empress Chronicles stream. Executions in the middle here. Leading into a hot streak. And then we'll do the World Ender. More executions. Okay. And I almost have a hot streak ready to go at the start of this next wave. So I'll probably just try and get that. Running on over to this side to use the World Ender. Okay, there was one of these shaman dudes that... There we go. Oh, there's two now that I can execute. Sweet. Okay. Once again, I kind of almost have a hot streak going into the next wave. Wave 35! Oh, jeez.
Your dust beneath my roller.
So we've got Roller Bob, the Grinner, Stormcaller, I think. We got some sort of angel champion dude, whatever the heck he's actually called.
You can't escape me.
What the... Okay. Just had me, like, phase through the bottom of the stage somehow.
I'll flatten you.
Ouch. Okay. I'm gonna hit him up with some clones.
Crush, crush,
And then maybe the World Ender. Anybody who could be executed yet? Still somehow no. Alright.
You can't escape me.
Swap Warrior here for a bit. There we go. Execute this guy. Execute this guy.
You are judged.
And that just leaves Roller Bob. I know that's not actually what he's called. Oh, hello. And he could be executed. See, executions like that are one of the things I like about using War in this game a little bit more sometimes. He just has kind of more epic executions sometimes. Also, yeah, my score is at over 25,000 now. So, base level mission accomplished for me. I suppose the overall goal, though, might be, you know, get over 65,000. Because that's the highest reward. Or at least that's the score you need to get the highest reward. These little bits of, you know, losing frames in the game are kind of worrying me sometimes. The guy that keeps yelling threats sound like orc and orc hybrids in the Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I could see that. I just still find it rather interesting in general that he has a very British accent. Like, Literally, I don't think any other characters have British accents within the game. Ow. And what the? Why did it aim World Ender down that way? That's totally not where I thought I was facing. What the heck? I thought for sure there was an execution available in there. Ow. And again, an archer is the last one that I find and can kill. Oh geez, wave 40.
Feast, my hound! Feast! Your dust beneath my roller!
Oof.
My hound! Rage!
Okay. Tell you what. Gonna do a little bit of that. Get some clones out there. Now hopefully as they're getting shot by the clones, they're dropping health orbs. And again, seems like I had to use a potion there, and yet I'm still at 6 potions.
Feast, my hound! Feast! I call upon the elements! Feast on their foes! I'll flatten you!
Ouch.
Fresh meat for the hound!
Did it? How did that deal enough damage to kill me right there? Well, kill. To make me use a potion. I was at, like, at least a quarter of my health. That's how much damage these guys are dealing. Why won't it let me freaking move? I was trying to dodge away from stuff, and yeah, it just was not having it for some reason. Okay, that guy's dead. I imagine eventually this gets to a point where the, like the potion drops in particular have got to either significantly diminish, if not, like, you know, completely disappear altogether. How are you not able to be executed yet? Well, now you are, but I got a hot streak. I'd rather use that up. Siege Master. That's the one I keep calling Roller Bob. Also the one that keeps, you know, making all those threats in a very British accent. But here's the really crazy part. Even, you know, even if and when I use up all the potions that I have, that still doesn't mean I'm out of this. Because the way it typically works is that, you know, War or Strife loses all their health, and then it swaps in the other one. And then there's like a countdown timer to when the other one is usable again. So, like, for example, Strife loses all his health, it brings War in automatically, and you have to keep War alive for another, like, 15 seconds or something before then Strife is available once again. Oh, man. In that particular moment, I was not liking how much the one angel thing was, you know, hitting me with fire arrows. Being able to totally just wreck him and so many others with the World Ender ability was just, oh, man. Rather satisfying. Come on. I just want to get to one of these guys that I can execute. So let's see here. I've now gotten 32,000 points. Where did you go? Coward. Okay. Wave 45. I'm getting a little concerned now, mostly because starting to get close to that wave where I was like, oh man, it would suck for it to freeze at this point. Okay, well, one of the enemies that was there is now dead. Ouch. Send in the clones. As well as some of these things to maybe give me more health. You can be executed. Yay. Good grief. Okay. Swapping in War. Strife's just a little too low on health for my liking. Ouch. Oh, hey, execution. There we go. Alright, Strife has a lot more healing to do, so I'm going to swap him in while I'm collecting these health orbs. And now back to War. And you see, even just like the way that War has a greater ability to heal from dealing damage makes him all the more tanky. Of course, that's specifically because of the kind of weapon modifier that I have on him. All the while, Strife is very slowly healing up himself.
You made a mistake.
I might save War's Chaos form for wave 50.
So cold.
Just because I want to make sure that I have that available. Yeah, it seems to especially be the waves that are multiples of 10, where they really hit you with the big tough enemies. Alright. Collect a little health for myself while it's calm. Okay. It's just a madhouse in the middle here. Until I do that.
Enough tricks.
Ah, you gotta be kidding me! Like, just before wave 50 even, I darn near called that. But come on! How are you supposed to get to, you know, a score of 65,000 if the game is gonna freeze like that on you? Come on! Can't press pause. Can't do select. Can't... So disappointing. Yeah, I literally said wave 50. I still had a lot of scoring to go, though, before I would have gotten to the, you know, the one that gets you the highest possible reward from the arena. Dagnabbit. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. Also, I really don't have much of anything else that I want to do with this stream now. I think just, you know, next week when I start bringing in that new robot fighting game, I'll probably try and, like, record a little bit more than I normally would, or something to that effect. I don't know. Anyway, let's see here. So, all this to say, I'm kind of thinking of wrapping up the stream. I know it's a bit of a bummer. Oh, hey, eventually the game kicks me out all on its own. I don't necessarily have to quit. But I would assume if I try and go back in that it's not going to leave me where I left off. Would be nice if it at least saves a good bit of the progress that I made in the arena, though. I mean, let's be real here. Something like that happens, and it kind of makes you lose your desire to play a little bit. But let's see here. Meanwhile, I might try and see if I could find any other streams to recommend. Oh, and I do this while it's on, like, private mode and whatnot. Oh, jeez. Okay. Stream dropped some frames there for a bit. So let me just see here, because I can. Nope, it didn't even save my score. Doggone it. That is... Ugh. That has got to be like one of the most disappointing things that could possibly happen at that juncture. Come on, man. And it's on my Xbox. It's not like the stream is tied to it or anything. Or it's not like what's happening in the game is tied to the stream and, you know, happening at all because of the stream. Anyway. Do. Alright. Real quick, I'm just trying to see, you know, where all I might be able to recommend. Alright, doesn't seem like anybody that I follow is actually live on YouTube currently, which is surprising, because I am subscribed to a lot of YouTube channels. But, okay. As far as Twitch goes, we got somebody playing Apex Legends or Diablo 4, MLB The Show 21. Got a couple of people that are just chatting, so it's a little hard to say for sure what they're doing. Channel known as Miss Positivity is playing something called Crab Champions. Or if you'd rather just, you know... There's also, just about 24/7, there's a Twitch channel known as Dustin's Fish Tank. It is what you think it is. It's just a fish tank with, like, piano covers, or maybe not all piano covers, but, like, kind of low-key, chill cover versions of certain songs and music and whatnot. So those are various options on Twitch if you felt like that. But, Al, you're saying you've got loads to do, which means you probably don't want to get recommended to another stream anyway. So, I suppose I can just leave it at that and try and move on to something a bit less disappointing. At least that leaves me a bit more time in my day to do some productive things. Like editing and or cleaning, whatever. So anyway, yeah. Oh shoot, that's right. I gotta make sure I'm... See, I've programmed some keyboard shortcuts into OBS that I could just, you know, quickly do some transitions like this or other various commands. But I gotta make sure that I have clicked on OBS before trying to do those. Anywho. Okay, well, hope y'all liked the stream. Hopefully, you know, I should be back next week. The week after, I'm a bit less certain, although I think the plans that I have for 2 weeks from now are going to be happening more so in the morning, so I should be able to still hop on for an afternoon stream. The week after that's going to be my birthday, so I'm less sure of what I'll end up doing then. But yeah, just stay tuned. Keep those notifications enabled. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you around soon. Saturday, friendly reminder, is still going to be on Twitch. This Saturday and next one should still be on Twitch, but after that, I'll shift those over to YouTube and the like as well. But, yeah. Hope you all have a good rest of the day, evening, whatever time it is when you happen to be watching this. But yeah, till next time, stay cool, everybody.